There's one in the shade. There's the Interstate. Nice little largie on the buzzbait. Oh, what? Guys, big bass. Hit it on the paws. Yo, how about that? For a couple of nice afternoon swank fish. Oh yeah, dude, that's actually pretty big on the Crush 25. Wow, that's a stud. That is a nice river fish there, guys. So I think this is all the further up we're gonna come, guys. You can see the Hewlin Street Bridge right there. There's a waterfall. There is a pool of water behind it, but again, that's about all the deeper it is, guys. Half of my shin deep. There are some bass that patrol around these flats, but we're gonna go try to and put some more time into the deeper water and see what we can get. I don't know if you can see that red spot down there on my shin. There's some of the leftover poison ivy from last weekend, but ankle deep water. Y'all probably see this from the trail and think it's deep. Definitely not deep at all. There's a lot of areas on this river that are only shin deep that you wouldn't think because you can't see the bottom. But all right, guys, for the rest of the morning now, we're just gonna be paddling a lot more, kind of going through some of the non-productive water and fishing some of the better spots, because we've already made our way about 3/4 of a mile upstream the way that I didn't even want to go, but I also didn't want to go all the way down to Hewlin to launch. This begins like the really long float back to downtown. Oh dang. I just spooked a nice one out right by that stick. Oh god. Y'all, this tree line, you would think, would just be full of fish willing to eat topwater. And that's what I've always thought too, but I think I can count on one hand how many fish I've caught on this treed bank. Where we caught fish was 6 to 12 inches of water, but I think it was moving just a little bit more. And that's what was most important to him, was the current, not the shade, not the depth. It was the current. Like I said, we're just kind of at the mercy of the paddleboard, so kind of just got to fish what you're given. We're gonna keep making our way towards downtown, but I will be surprised if I catch a fish on this tree line, even though you would think it would be juicy. Whoa, no way. Hopefully that last 30 seconds caught that bite. Good grief. Wish I'd had trebles on for that one. There's one. That one might be better too, guys, on the buzzbait. Woo! Kind of cool. He hit it right where he should have been, like under that bridge and shade. Right on. 1/8 ounce buzzbait. Cyclops buzzbait, y'all. Got the eye on the bottom, got the gold blade on top. 1/8 ounce. I got it on 6-pound fluoro, guys, on my Art Gravity, so I can just blast it around, throw it real far, cover water. That Art Gravity is an 8-to-1 reel, so I can really burn it if I have to. 5th fish for the morning, y'all, on a little 1/8 ounce buzzbait. It's a little creek that comes in here. There's a bridge that goes across the creek, and then the creek empties in to the river right there. If they don't eat mine, they'll definitely eat yours, I would think. You see all this fish right there, dude? That one, and it was like just slurped, gone. It didn't make that big of a commotion, but wait, like that, dude, right by Angel. That fish ate it right by us, guys, and broke me off. Wow. He wasn't that big, but Would have liked to see. That ate it right beside you. I hate losing that buzzbait too though. I think I have one more in my pack. I wish he'd come back up and try to spit that. That'd be great. So that fish just got the best of me. Had my drag a little too tight when it dove, but do have an extra cyclops on me, so we're still in business. Let's go see if we can get one more on this shaded bank. Oh guys, bass. Little bass on the point on the buzzbait. Still can't believe that last one broke me off. That was bad. What I actually think happened is it just dove real hard and there's rocks alongside where it was and rubbed me up against there and broke me off. It happens sometimes, guys. First little dink. That's the smallest bass we've caught today. Still hitting top water though, so that's cool. All right, boys. We're coming up on Interstate 30 and where some of the water treatment is. You can see they're putting water into the river right there. Fishing under this walkway. I would say we're about 1/3 of the way done. We are 1/3 of the way done with the trip right now. And I already got quite a few fish on the board, so pretty happy about it. So we'll see what this next stretch holds for us. There's one, boys. Another bass. There we go. There's another nice one. All right. Try not to let him get me in the rocks. Still eating the top water. I love that little HH Custom Cyclops and his guppy. I don't know what he puts on it, but it's got some crazy strong, like garlic-like scent. And I think it helps me. I honestly think that scent helps a lot, especially in the stained water. Closing in on that big old bridge. Nice little river largie. There's one in the shade. Heck yeah, guys. Decent one too. Right by the bridge. That's sick. Right through the side of the lid. There's the Interstate. Nice little largie on the buzzbait. Y'all, that bass looks tore up on the tail and stuff, but it's kind of like what you would expect a bass to look like coming from this area. Around all of this just urban trash and commotion. He fits right into his surroundings. As you can see, we come up underneath of the interstate right here. Normally there's water gushing out of that culvert and over the top of the spillway here, but they just have the flow all the way shut off from the larger reservoir south of town that feeds this. And so there's really not much flow at all, and I'm surprised that the bass are eating topwater as well as they have so far. I'm gonna fish topwater through this shaded area, and then I think I'm gonna switch to just like a subsurface moving bait of some kind. But yeah, normally this is just roaring, especially if there's a bunch of rain. There's the Angel regrouping too. Guys, so I just saw a little largemouth. I know I don't have a polarized lens, but there's rocks here, here, and here, like a little cave right there. And I just saw him swim in under there. There's a runoff culvert right here, so I bet you he hides in there and just eats all of that little bait that was around those other shallow rocks right here. That was cool. Guys, and kind of like I said, so you look at this area, it's big and wide. Looks kind of scary and deep, like the water would be deep. Watch this. It is 2 feet deep right there. out in the middle of this big old area that goes under the interstate. Kind of crazy. And even when the water's up there and it's flowing hard, I mean, still 4 feet through here, that's all the deeper it is. We're right in the middle of the float, kind of right here, guys. That up there is Trinity Park, and we got some restaurants to my right. We got a whole bunch of little spillways coming up, guys, but with how poor the water flow has been, I don't know as if there'll even be that much water flowing over them, so we'll see. We're coming up on the first spillway now. This whole area was 6 inches deep behind here. There's no water flowing over. That's not looking great for the ability to hold some bass, but that bank is kind of shady. Maybe they'll still eat a buzzbait with the shade, even though it's about 11 a.m. now. Yo, this area of the river's actually clear somehow. I mean, I probably have like 2.5 feet of viz. So I got the little 4-inch nugget on. I've seen one bass that was catchable. He just wasn't really interested, but this water is never normally clear, and it's definitely clear right now. Clear for the Trinity anyways. Y'all see that little nutria swimming right there? There's some big ones of those in here. That's a little one for here though. Second spillway, guys. Angel and I have taken a John boat and been able to flow down these chutes before because the water was flowing so hard. Not today. This pool looks good though. Let's fish this from the bank for a second. Ooh, got a pretty little bluegill, guys. There he goes. Switched over to the flashback mini, guys. Those spillways, couldn't get bit on anything. Angel was fishing the bottom. I was fishing some moving baits and some little twitch baits, and just couldn't connect there. But there are little spawning sunfish and bluegill everywhere, so I'm gonna downsize to this little flashback mini and see if we can get a bass to chase it. There's one. Whoa! Big old green sunfish on the flashback mini. Ambushed it like a bass, guys. We're getting closer to downtown. You can start to see the tops of buildings up there. That little green sunny had a bed, I'm sure, right in front of that culvert. That's kind of cool. I haven't seen since they put all these little trash catchers in front of the culverts that wash runoff water off the roads in. It looks like they're working. A lot of those little cages are full of litter. Keeps that much more litter out of the river, which is cool. Got one, guys. Kind of sickly looking green sunfish, man. He's so skinny. You need a real meal, guy. Normally these things are very fat, but he was skinny. He's skinny and he's got a bloody nose from me now. We got 2 little spillways left before we hit the last 1/3, and it's probably, Angel, is it noon? Yeah, it's probably just a little bit after 12 right now, guys. Cool railroad bridge there. Building's starting to come into sight. There's another little nutria just chilling right there, guys. See him scratching his belly. They leave some nasty bacteria in the water though. They're not clean animals. You can get some rash around your crotch if you get in the water where they've been closed. Sunfish, sunfish, sunfish. But where are the bass? Alright guys, we have reached the final third. It is 12:45. Sun is high. We're under the Lancaster Bridge right now. We probably got another hour left. Let's see how many more fish we can get. Just passed under the 7th Street Bridge, guys. Nothing doing underneath of it. It's getting pretty hot. We had a nice day to do this though. I think the high is only like 95 or 96 today. Not much wind, but for some reason we have a little bit of a head breeze coming at us right now, which is not too much fun to try to fish against, but again, we're almost done, so I won't complain too much. Been a nice little journey so far. I think I got one, guys. Yep. Oh, had one on the swing. That's all right. He came right in that little pocket right here. Not too big, but that'd been the first fish we've caught in a long time. There's one. Got something good, boys. Please don't come off whatever that is. What is that? That's a nice bass, guys, on the swank. Really nice one on the swank. Heck yeah. Come on over. Yes, sir. There we go. Nice little afternoon kicker fish for us. Look at the shoulders on him. That swank. It's the middle of the day. Heat. Water looks terrible, but they'll react to it. We'll come in by this scenic waterfall, guys, to give you a good picture of that bass on the Swank 66X. Not gonna lie to you though, guys, the water coming out of there smells like a porta potty, so probably shouldn't just be enjoying this water right here too much. There she goes. Did not lose the swank. Not the first time y'all have seen me get in for a crankbait, but can't say I've ever gotten in the Trinity to get one. Oh, what? Guys, big bass. Hit it on the paws. He's probably only got one treble. Oh my goodness, that might be the biggest of the trip. If I can land him. Huge, huge. With a big old sore on his head. There's a big fish. He's not very long, but he's fat as heck. I got him. Woo! God, he's got a big old booger on his head too, right there. That's a stud though. I was letting it float back up and that thing came out from under that grass patch and just lit it up. Yo, how about that for a couple of nice afternoon swank fish? Two of the biggest ones we've caught have come out of this last 1/3 that we've run here. That 7-pound Sunline FC Sniper holds onto that swank really well, and the Dobbin 740C with that Sioux Dark Wolf, tons of leverage on them with a good drag. That was a lot of fun. Let's let that stud go right back where she came from. That water is warm where she lives. She goes right back. She went right back into that shade, just crept right back up under there. That's so cool. She's using like a plastic bag and some bottles for shade right there. Another fish, guys. I think it's another nice one. Not as big as the last one, but not bad. Heck yeah, boys. Getting something going on this bank. Another pretty good one as we're heading right into downtown, guys. Another one, guys. All right. God, they are mashing it when you pause it. I'm just like, speed, stop, speed, stop, speed, stop, and then they will come up and just smash it. He got both hooks. He's got a little weight to him. Fourth fish on the swank in this stretch. Little chunker. That is the Henderson Street Bridge right there, guys. We'll let this little fatty go. And there's downtown. We're coming up on the end here. I think Angel finished probably 15 minutes ago, but I got slowed way down when I had to get in to get my crankbait. Guys, got one on the Crush 25. He's little. So I got broke off, so I put the little Crush 25 ND on. Just a little largy on that little 1/4 ounce pearl white mid runner. Got another fish, guys. Not sure if he's big or not. Might be decent. Oh yeah, dude, that's actually pretty big on the Crush 25. Golly. Wow, that's a stud. This is a really good fish, guys. He's not giving up. Wow. That might be the biggest fish of the trip. I know I keep saying that, but it really might be. He finally gave up. Oh, he's got troubles all over his mouth. All right. Woo! That was worth the retie, I think, guys. Holy cow, that is a long one. Crush 25 MD, little 1/4 ounce medium diving crankbait. That is a nice river fish there, guys. Downtown. All the buildings are right behind there. That's so sick. There he goes. Got it. It's another solid keeper fish there, boys, on that Crush 25. There's Panther Island. We made it. Guys, I was fighting the GoPro all day and the hindsight function was messing up here, wouldn't record audio, and I couldn't loop. So I was just doing the best I could to salvage some clips from this trip, y'all. Oh man. Dude, freaking nice one again. Right in front of the stage. He choked that Crush 25. Holy crap. No way. Right across the mouth, guys. Right as I was talking about how the clock just struck 3, I was getting ready to go pull out a nice Trinity chunk right out from in front of the on the water stage. Y'all, if they're eating a crankbait, I am a really happy camper. That's one of my favorite ways to catch fish, is just winding a crankbait, y'all. That's the end of it. 8:30 to 3 p.m. You can probably shave an hour off of that, honestly, though, with how many times I had got in to unsnag crankbaits, but yeah, so we made it back to the put-in spot. We calculated it out. It was definitely somewhere in the 4 to 5 mile range on that float. Definitely not all of the water was productive. The middle sections were by far the cleanest and seemed like had the most current, but did not have the most bass in those pools. All of the damage was done early, between like 8:45 and 9:30 or so on top water, which was awesome. Got to throw that little Bitsy Dog Strike King walking bait around and got some real nice ones on the Buzzbait. Was very bummed that I got broke off by a fish on the Buzzbait, but I really don't think it was that big. It just got me in a bad situation quick. I was surprised that the bass hit the bait, number one, because it hit it like right by Angel's feet, and then it took me under the paddleboard, got into some rocks, broke me off. But I did have a spare, caught a few more on the Buzzbait. And then just in terms of how that crankbait bite unfolded there at the end, that was very wild, guys. I was like, you know what, we've got like one long stretch left. I don't want to drag a jig that whole time, so I just threw on the swank, really loud, obnoxious, heavy action crankbait and a small package, and just went to work. And how I was getting those fish to bite is I was burning it and then stopping, let it float a little bit, burning, letting it stop, float up a little bit, and they were either hitting it as I was burning it or as I was pausing it. When I would pause it in front of like grassy areas, I did have that one fish come out from under there and grab it. That was really cool. And once I lost the swank, I put the little medium diving Crush 25 MD on, and I actually was very surprised. I didn't plan to catch another fish after I lost the swank, and I caught like 3 or 4 more on that Crush 25 MD, and one of them probably was the biggest fish of the day, which was awesome. But if y'all have ever done something like this in Fort Worth, or maybe you enjoy doing river floats in your part of the country, let me know down in the comments. Let me know what you thought of this. Do you like this kind of do you like this kind of content? I really enjoyed this. I love the river. I love fishing in the summertime. It's a great way to catch fish when it gets really hot. But if you stuck with me this long, I really do appreciate it. Please leave a like for me if you enjoyed it. Consider subscribing if you haven't yet, and please share this with a finesse loving friend or somebody that you know enjoys fishing in the Fort Worth area, or anywhere for that matter. Help me grow my channel if you can, guys. Links to gear are in the description, and links to more bait finesse bass action are in the pinned comment below. Check out Bass Brother on Instagram. I'm still in the process of designing the measuring mats that I want, and I'll let you know when I get those out, guys. But other than that, thank y'all so much for watching, and y'all take her easy. We'll catch you on the next one. He's probably only got one treble. Oh my goodness, that might be the biggest of the trip if I can land him. Huge, huge.